Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a modular flag system for your pickup truck. Now the pickup truck that we're using to build this system is a 96 Dodge Ram, and the idea is that we take the slots here for dividers. We're going to put some 2x8s in here to make a base. Attach some pipes to the 2x8, and then we're going to put the flagpoles in those pipes. So let's get started. Alright guys, we're doing this build in my basement, so bear with me with the noise. So some of the things that you'll need to build your modular flag system is you will need a piece of 2x8 treated pine. You will need a piece of 1-inch PVC pipe. This is going to be the pipe used for the base. You'll need some 3/4 inch pipe. These will be your flag poles themselves. Now all of these are 10-foot pieces of pipe. And going up to the table, you will of course need a circular saw to cut the wood, and you'll also need a hacksaw to cut the pipe. Now getting into the hardware that you'll need some 1-inch pipe straps to hold the 1-inch pipe to the wood base. You will need some bolts. Now these are to keep the pipes better in place and to keep them from turning. These are 3/8 inch by 3.5 inch bolts. I have 3 of them here. And of course there's the 3/8 inch nuts and washers as well. You'll need some screws to put the pipe straps, to screw the pipe straps into the wood. These I think are they're either 1 1/4 or 1.5 inch screws. I don't know, they're just screws we had laying around. You'll of course need a drill, which is on the charger right now, and several drill bits, and a screw driving bit as well. You'll need some sockets. This one here is a 14-inch or a 14mm socket. This one is a 9/16 inch socket. These two sockets, one of them fits on the head of the bolt, and the other fits on the nut itself. Kind of interesting how one is metric and one is standard, but that's just how it worked. You'll need some clevis pins and hitch pins. Now these will be to lock the flagpoles into the base, just to make sure they don't fly out. The clevis pins are 5/16 by 2 inch, and they have several holes in them, so you can use them for a number of different things. And you'll also want to have some sort of clips for clipping the flags onto the poles themselves. These are 3/8 inch by 3 inch swivel. They're called bolt snaps. I'm going to call them clips. And of course, to attach those clips to the pipes, you'll need some zip ties. These are 14-inch zip ties. So let's get started with the build. Okay, now the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to measure your board to the right length. I have it measured for 65 inches. Now it's going to be a little bit long, and you want it to be a little bit long because you'd much rather have it too long than too short. So I'm cutting it a little long. We're going to see how good it fits, and then we're going to trim it down. So I've got the board marked, and we're going to saw it. Now since it's too long for the saw to actually go all the way across, we're going to flip it over. go see if it fits. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the 1-inch pipe and cut it into 16-inch sections for the base of the flagpoles. I have it marked here. I'm going to use this saw for it. And just like that, and we're going to do that 2 more times. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the 3/4-inch pipe for the flagpoles. We're going to cut 2 5-foot sections of pipe, and then we're going to cut a 5.5-foot section of pipe for the center flagpole. So, these 2 are the 5-foot sections. And now we're going to do the 5.5-foot. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drill the holes for the bolts to keep the bases secure to the board. So I got 1 hole drilled here, 1 in the center, and then 1 on the other end, because we're going to do 3 flags. So let's do this. I'm using a 3/8 inch drill bit. Alright guys, I had to switch drills because apparently there's no cordless drills in this house that work very well. So I got the electric drill. This should go way smoother. Make sure it's going the right direction. And we're... Alright, now we're going to drill 2 more holes for the other 2 bases. Alright, now that we got the drills holed in the piece of wood, now we're going to drill the holes in the base pipes to put the bolts through. So again, we're using the same drill and the same drill bit. I have it all measured out. And we're just going to drill through. Alright guys, so it turns out that drilling through pipes really sucks. I busted this one here and kind of screwed this one up. I had to drill pilot holes, and this one wasn't, center, so I tried to move it in anyway. I think it'll be good enough, but we'll have to see. The other 2 pipes I drilled just fine. This one's just kind of messed up, so I might have to make another base, which is perfectly fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 3/8 inch bolt, stick it through the pipe. We're going to stick that through the board. Take the hammer and hammer it in. And we're going to flip this way. We're going to take the second washer, we're going to put it on the other side, and we're going to thread this on. And I've got the 14 millimeter is going to go on this side because it fits the head of the bolt nice. And can you keep the board steady? And the 9/16 socket's going to go on this side. Oops. Put it to tighten. And it's going to tighten this side. Probably have to go grab another ratchet. But you get the idea. We're just bolting the base pipe to the board. Alright guys, so the next step after we got the pipes bolted in is that we're going to attach the pipe straps so that it makes it so that it doesn't turn back and forth. I already got the first screw already put in place. Now let's go with the second screw. Now I'm trying to do this without doing pilot holes, which makes it a little bit more difficult, but it can be done. You know, once you get it started. And there it is. And we're going to do the bottom one. Now I'm not too worried about, spacing these perfectly. That's not a very big concern of mine. Just trying to get them to where they're secure. Those were our drill bits, I think. Oh well. And we're just basically doing this to all three base pipes. Alright, now that we have the pipe straps on and the bolts in, the base pipes are secure. So now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to drill the holes in the base pipes for the clevis pins to go in for the locking mechanism. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a pilot hole first, just like I did with these holes here, and then we're going to go back with the larger drill bit, and then we're going to stick the flagpole pipes in, and then just drill through the existing holes to drill the holes, make sure they're all right. So pull this one over here just a little bit because this marks off center. Oh, I guess I'll have to plug the drill in first. That's a pretty important part of doing this. We'll probably add that to a blooper reel someday. The idea is to go just slow and try to make it so you're going in as straight as can be. And now we have the 5/16 inch drill bit in, and we're just going to do the same thing. I'm going to look here, try and line up the other side. And there we go. Let's take the clevis pin just to make sure that it's the right size. And it is. Cool. Alright, next we are going to drill the holes for the zip ties to hold the flags onto the poles. Let's scoot it back a little. I just got this little bitty drill bit here, and I marked two spots 32 inches apart from each other. And 32 inches down, we'll drill the next hole. Alright, now we just do that to the other two poles. Alright, and for the last part of this build for the flagpole set is I'm just going to take these zip ties and zip tie the clips to the pipes. That way I don't have to keep buying zip ties every time I want to change out the flags. I'll get some scissors to cut the ends off here, but you basically get the idea. And we're just zip tying them on. Oops. That went backwards. Not that it really matters.
You know, you can just turn it around in the hole.
Anyways, this is the last part of the build until we put the flags on, throw it in the truck, and drive down the road with it. Alright, now we are testing the flags out. Looks like they're shifting around a little bit. That's fine.
There's nothing to worry about. I think it's pretty windy out.
Well, I'm also not going to take these on any high-speed roads. Just on roads like this.
Going about, what, 30?
Yeah, we're going 30. So anyway, that is a modular flag system. Subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm RedneckMini14, and until next time, be safe. Okay guys, just a quick update on my flag system. So right after that video ended, we hopped on the highway going 50 miles an hour, you know, just a country highway, and once we hit 50 miles an hour, the base fell over. So what I did was I actually cut a new piece of wood, made it, you know, too big, and then took a wood file and shaved it down at the bottom, because the corners down here, you know, they don't go straight down. So I shaped it so that now it's a very solid. It's in here very solid. And then I also put a ratchet strap going across the flagpoles. I got all 3 of them out today, so we're gonna test it out, and hopefully it works fine.